I am Jack Checky from 8th grade in T. The intensive was got character, where we learned about the character traits and stuff and the brain and how the brain works a lot of the time. And for one of the trips on our intensive, we started in Meeks Bay and backpacked on the Tahoe Rim Trail all the way to Tahoe City. And it took over the course of a week, and most of the time we at least walked 3 miles a day, and the longest we walked on one day was 18.5 miles, which was very hard because we also had all of our equipment with us on our back. Pretty much the main thing we were doing was testing our limits pretty much by walking a long distance, which was 50 miles. It was kind of just about how the brain reacts, like with character development in the learning zone, which is like when your brain starts to like figure stuff out, I guess. It's like, oh, you need to know this now, so know it. There was also the freak out zone, which I forgot to mention earlier, which is like after the learning zone where your brain just starts panicking, and normally it results in sometimes screaming, but not quite screaming, more just crying. Like one example of the freak out zone was when we went rappelling down a 90-foot cliff. When it was my turn, I'm pretty afraid of heights, I guess, and I didn't open my eyes at all. Well, I did, just only when I was facing the rocks and I couldn't see everything behind me that was happening.
2 of our kids kind of dropped, a little constructive adversity action. We had 3 kids crying today. That's what this stuff does to you when you push to your limits, past your limits, intellectually, social, emotionally, physically. Sometimes you get to the freak out zone.
Well, today we faced a couple big challenges, but we overcame them as a crew, and I feel like we did really well. And I'm super, super excited for tomorrow. Tomorrow's our big day, and we're gonna go as far as we possibly can, like 12 to 14 miles or something. And I'm really, really happy to do all of that fun stuff, and I hope there's a lot about the hills, so yeah!
And I'm working on building my character strengths of not taking too much on myself and like pushing through when there's like pain or suffering or like something like that. So we're having fun and it's good stuff.
Hey guys, so we just hiked up we're at Bear Pass right now having lunch, and our teachers just had a challenge of them going before us, and we have to find out where they are and like persevere, just the kids. And while we were hiking, we Macy and a few other kids stepped on a wasp hive, and now we persevered and kept walking, and we finally found them. Now we're having some fun. So yeah.
Today was definitely the biggest challenge because we stepped by a beehive, and a lot of us got stung, including myself, and that was definitely a challenge because we weren't with Lindsay and Taylor at the time.
Taylor and Lindsay left us alone for that 7 miles, and we tied ropes to ourselves and tied us together, and it was like a crew building activity. And we hiked for a while like that, but then it kind of just got to be too hard, and so we stopped doing that. And then
we found a yellow jacket's nest, which was
big one.
fun. I got stung twice, and I'm pretty sure the stinger is still in my leg. It hurts quite a bit, but I think that it going to create memories with all of us. It's going to build character.
That night we were all tuckered and went to sleep, and I was just thinking about how much everybody's empathy and character had improved. There was like a bunch of different challenges along the day that day. We had a couple kids got stung by a bee. We didn't know if we were lost, but we all pulled together and we all showed real character. And then on
We really need to work on empathy. Some of the people who got stung were in the back and going slower. And then some other people thought that the teachers had died.
So we were discussing who of the kids we would eat first.
And none of us are really like fat, so it was really a tough choice.
We're in shape.
Yeah, we're pretty in shape.
This is my first time backpacking, and I am actually enjoying it. I didn't think I would because I don't usually like hiking or carrying heavy stuff or really carrying anything at all, but it's actually enjoyable because I have a lot of great friends and people around me and flies and bugs. And today we are going to the Tahoe Rim Trail, and we are going to camp at Lake Richardson, which is going to be fun because we get to swim and I can wipe all the dirt off myself and probably some bug poop. So I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, it's going good. Yeah.
I'm really excited and energetic, and I'm ready to get hiking again. Yeah!
Hey, so we're at Genevieve Lake, and we just got done with a 3.3 mile hike, and we're going on with a 6 mile hike. We have 6 more miles to go to our campsite, so it's gonna be fun, and hopefully I persevere and not complain. So yeah.
Hey, you got your crew leaders here.
Hey everyone!
Hey, we're checking in. Day 4.
Been an adventure. Long day yesterday. Feeling it today. Full of joy though.
I think we set a T record yesterday. 18 miles backpacking.
With 11 7th and 8th graders.
Oh yeah, 4 never evers.
Yeah.
We herded them like cattle. We prodded them with our cattle prods. No, really, actually, they crushed it in the morning.
We have finished!
Yeah!
The after picture.
Oh yeah, dude, gnarly!
Yeah.
Yeah, dude!
No, please no. Oh, is that your dad's truck? The truck behind the truck.
Oh yeah. Yeah!
So over the semester, we had lots of experts, and one of them was named Alexis Robin. She taught us about character traits and how we have other character traits that other people don't. Our weaknesses, our strengths, how to develop our weaknesses to be our strengths, and how we got them. Our experts were Dr. Bill Bryans and Alexis Robbins. Bill, he taught us about our prefrontal cortex and how us as adolescents, our brain is not fully developed, and we take lots of risks, and it's not balanced out with our risk and reward. I thought it was very interesting to learn about our character traits. I didn't really think of myself in that way, and I learned to think very hard before you're taking a risk and think about the reward of doing that. I learned about just exploring my mind, and that, I just got more brave over the thing, the rappelling off the cliff and our perseverance. I think my perseverance level went from here to here.
This semester we focused on 2 big things: adolescent brain development and also character and building character. And so for adolescent brain development, from the ages 12 to 14, teenagers start to develop their brains. And then for about 7 years, their brains keep developing. And during that time, there's both adult and child brain cells in their brain. And so we get a little bit mixed up, and we can be irresponsible, irrational, fickle, and we just ask adults to please not bother us during that time. Also, building our character. Your personality is your character, and that's really what people base their opinions on you when they meet you. But also, it doesn't have to be just that. As long as you keep discovering your best traits, then you can be the person that you want to be. Moving forward, we hope to contribute a greater fraction of good to society, and we want to improve our character traits to take us forward in life and make great decisions. And as we age, our brains will continue to develop, and it's an ongoing process that lasts our entire lifetime and is an adventure by itself.